But anyway, guys, let's get right into it. So that's the intro right there. Welcome, guys. Objectively, the best podcast in the info coaching space.
Objectively.
And over here, Dillon and Drake. I know Dillon, for you personally, you've been at like Whop, right? Yeah. One of the top guys there. Fantastic performance direct response marketers. And then Drake also, you're running some sick offers, like Christian relationship. It's good when like there's a unique angle to it. You know what I mean? So give me like a quick intro with both of you guys, like what you've done and like establish your, establish a status delta.
I got you. The status delta, the good old status delta.
Exactly.
So my name is Dillon Thomas. I've been a direct response copywriter and marketer for like the last 5-ish years. You will know me as the biggest thing from working at Whop, being the chief copywriter there. And I've generated well over 8 figures online for clients across e-com, software, info, you name it.
Do you mind if I ask, what was the largest info coaching offer you ran? The highest it got to?
Info. So I would say info's not my biggest wins. E-com is. But
biggest on info, because it's like info specific.
Okay. Biggest on info. We did Eddie's offer. I'll just like a quick one. Eddie Cumberbatch's offer. We got that to $70K a month in like 3 weeks. And we're just scaling hard with the clip.
And then what about e-com? What's the biggest you did there?
E-com, all right, so the Transformation Factory, 8-figure brand, helped them generate a 3x ROAS on 1.5 million spend.
1.5 is crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's ridiculous. Just spamming out copy at all times, bro. Crazy.
Awesome. Okay, and then Drake, what about you, bro? Give her a quick rundown.
What's up, guys? My name is Drake Blakeney. I've been pretty much a growth operator for the past 3 or so years. Got started in like 2023, and now I've been able to scale around 5 offers up to 7 figures plus. And so pretty much bootstrapping and scaling offers from scratch.
Yeah, bring the mic closer to your thing. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, sick. So today, guys, roughly, I want to talk to you guys about more so starting roughly around like your story, like what you guys have done or like how you guys have grown specifically in the info space. And then afterwards, talk more about like marketing sauce. And then we'll probably bring on at that point, the Instagram live that we're talking about. Basically, guys, follow me on IG at Tim Yoon if you haven't already yet. On there, we're going to talk about, or on there, we basically like pull up an IG live, when we're running these podcasts. And then we could ask the questions that you guys want to ask there, right? And then as well, moving forward from there, we could talk about just like your guys' business at a high level. Yeah. Okay. So let's run it. So basically, how did you guys get into the info space? Starting with Dillon here.
So how I got into this space, of course, you start off thinking that you're going to make $1 million a month in your first month online when you go on YouTube. I started off drop shipping, and of course.
When? What year? What month?
2019, like February.
Well, how old were you then?
I was 19 years old.
Oh shoot! So how old are you now?
I'm 25.
Oh wow, you look good, bro. That's good. Okay. This sounded so gay, bro.
Pause. Yeah. But so I started off like drop shipping. Just for more context, I was a Division I football player, and I dropped out of school to start doing entrepreneurship. And everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was stupid, but I mean, eventually it worked out. Started off with dropshipping, failed, realized that I need to actually have hard skills because if you don't have skills, you're not going to make any fucking money. And then just randomly just started like, all right, I'm going to go into marketing as hard as I can. So I'm like, the first principle of marketing is...
Why'd you get into marketing?
Huh?
Why'd you get into marketing?
Because after doing dropshipping and failing, not really making any money, that just told me that I don't know how to sell.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to myself before I dropped out, I was thinking like, what can help me make NFL money without having to destroy my body? I'm like, all right, sales. I don't feel like talking to people that much.
You don't want to become dumb, huh?
Yeah. I lower IQ points. Nah. Love my sales reps. Love you guys.
What? What do you mean?
I love sales reps.
Yeah, but what about it? Are you calling them dumb?
No. So that sales, no. Engineering, I could do it, but again, I don't want to sit in my room all day by myself just coding. I'm like, don't want to do that either. So the perfect mix for me was marketing. You can do automations, you can scale sales with one person, and then you can reach multiple people and have leverage.
Yeah.
And so it was like a no-brainer to me. And I'm just like, all right. I was like, at that point, I was like, worst case scenario, if I get really fucking good at this, because I'm really obsessive with what I do, I'm like, I can have a $500K a year job. Like that's the worst case scenario if I get good at this skill set. So I was like, all right, let's learn that. And so for me, I'm a big reader. I'm like, all right, how am I going to read this shit? Of course you do YouTube, you do all the other shit, but I found that books give you a very clear insight into first principles. And you can't truly master and learn a craft if you don't read about it.
For sure, yeah.
And so that's how I got into copywriting. I started reading the big books, Breakthrough Advertising, all the other shit. And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do copywriting and just get good at that to learn that foundational skill. And so I'm like, all right, how do I get clients? Did not know how to do that shit. So what I did was...
So how are you practicing marketing? Because you did drop shipping and then you're like studying it. How are you like channeling the skill set?
So after drop shipping store was done, I kind of ran out of cash.
How old are you at this point?
I was 19, 20. So like, so
trying shit.
Just trying shit.
Yeah.
And tried a lot of shit. I've done Forex. I've done credit repair. I've done a lot of shit.
Right.
In that window.
But then like real fast, like what then got you into the info coaching space?
So what got me into the info coaching space? Just seeing people, like, it's not as much the info coaching space, it's more of just the online money space. So just seeing these young guys making a fuck ton of cash. Like you see the Iman Ghadzi, you see all those kind of guys making all this cash. It's like, shit, I might as well try to do it too. And so when it comes to practicing, like you asked me, I was just copying ads, just writing what I could, and then just doing work for free. Right, my first client paid me fucking $1K for 2 Gumroad sales pages that were shit.
Interesting.
And then I was like, fuck yeah, I'm amazing, and the worst shit ever. And then I just started posting content about the shit I was learning and reading about, and I started gaining a little bit of a following on Twitter, and people just started coming to me inbound, like, hey, you're kind of smart, I want to work with you. I was like, all right. First couple of clients, just e-com clients, of course.
So you're mainly e-com?
I was mostly e-com, yeah. So I worked with Malcolm on a couple of info offers afterwards, but I started off with e-com.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And was writing VSLs, advertorials, ads, emails, doing all the shit for them. And first couple of clients, no results, not good. And then after that, I finally kind of got my stride. I started having 7 or 8 figure brands just like, hey, I need you to help me. Okay, let me write whatever you need.
So you're mainly a copywriter for the e-com brand?
Yes, that's how I got started.
Interesting, fair enough. Okay.
And then from there, I was just like, level up my skills.
Then how'd you get into Whop? Like, where does your life like start mainly going into the info coaching?
So when I got into Whop, from Twitter, I got invited to like this private mastermind on Telegram, which is like a bunch of like some direct response. It's just fucking some direct response demons on Twitter, bro. Like the Anon fucking killers. And so Malcolm was in there as well. And so we just started chit-chatting and talking like, we just hopped on a call, started talking, hit it off. Yeah. And we were just boys from there. I was just doing e-com, he was doing his shit. And I'm like, we're just...
Right. By the way, like for the e-com context, are you mainly like copywriting in e-com?
Yeah, so what I was doing was just copywriting, yes.
Oh, okay. So,
that's what
so what was like a deal? Like, would you get a retainer or would you be like monthly?
A retainer plus rev share or performance, depending on what I was doing. So
you're like a fractional CM on a lot of these companies?
Somewhat, yeah. I wouldn't say I was a fractional CM at that time. I had the skill set, but like...
Did you media buy it all?
Huh?
Did you media buy it all?
I learned to, but I wasn't doing most of the media buying. I was learning. I was just picking up on shit.
Okay, got it. Then shoot back to the mastermind. Now what are you doing?
So in there, a bunch of killers, me and Malcolm just hop on calls, cool.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Then, one day out of the fucking blue, he calls me at 12 o'clock at night. And like, I'm just cooking up some shit, like I have like a VS to write, whatever. And then he's like...
They're actually cooking.
He's cooking up some shit, dog. And then he's like, hey bro, he's like, I need you for something. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I'm trying to build a team at Whop, bro, and like we're trying to cook. And he's like, you're the most crack motherfucker I know with this shit.
Poach your ass.
He's like, bro. He's like, I need you here. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I may be cool. Let me look. I didn't know who Whop was at the time. I'm like, let me see who these guys are. Right. So I looked them up. I'm like, interesting. He's like, I'm like, all right, yeah, man, I'll probably, he's like, yeah, fly out. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll just be there a couple weeks or whatever. Yeah. Then he's like, nah, they want to meet you tomorrow. I'm like, huh?
Damn.
So
right away.
So I'm like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, it's one of those decisions where it's like, you gotta just take action. And so it was 12 o'clock when he called me. I did some research to like 1, 2. I was like, fuck it. I booked a flight for 5 a.m. the next day. And then flew out, got to Whop, met Cam, the CGO at Whop. And then it was a 30-second meeting. And then I swear to God, it was like a 30-second meeting. Like it's like he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, all right, what's up? He's like, what can you do for us? I'm like, all right, this. Like I saw gaps in their funnel and gaps in their conversion, like gaps in the messaging.
So you're specifically helping on their paid funnel.
Yes.
Like the performance marketing.
I wouldn't just say paid, but just performance, because I was helping with emails as well. So I generated 1.3 million in email for Whop in like 6 days. So
Email.
yeah, it was a marketplace sale for the Black Friday. It fucking went crazy.
Interesting.
But yeah, so I get there. Cam has like a 30-second conversation with me. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, all right, cool. That's it. And then I just booked like a round trip flight. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be here. Cool. I'm gonna stay for the day. I'm just go back home. Yeah. And then Malcolm's like, hey, bro, cancel your flight and stay another day. They have to meet you again. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, like and I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. And so Cam, he puts me in a group chat with Cam. And then he's like, yeah, I'm setting up a meeting for you tomorrow. So I text Cam on the side. I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Really nice meeting you. What time is the meeting tomorrow?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we don't really have to meet. Like, I already met you, and like, it's just up to me to see like we need you or not.
Sure.
So in my head, that translated to like, it's not that much. I don't see enough value here. So it's like, we'll just see. And for me, if I want something, I'm very much I over deliver. Yeah. So what I did was I saw that they had 0 email campaigns going out. So they had no flows, they had no onboarding, like nothing, no anything. Okay. So I basically built a flow chart in like 2 hours, 3 hours to show him like what you guys should be having. So it's like when someone joins Whop, you need to pre-educate them. You need to do this, send this email flow here. This is why you do this. Like map the whole shit out and like a psychology behind it. Right. And I texted over to him, hey man, all right, appreciate it, cool. Here's some free value. I sent that. 60 seconds later, he put me in a CC email with his assistant Mary. He's like, hey Mary, give him 2 interviews. And I'm like, he's like, be here at this time for these 2 interviews. I was like, all right, fuck it, cool. Got in there, came in there, I had an interview with the VP of marketing at the time, aced it. He aced it. Then I had a meeting with Cam, and I had another meeting with Steven afterwards. Sure. So I meet with Cam, and then he's like, the basic intro questions, who you are, blah, 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 all that bullshit. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, now break all this down to me. So he pulls up the flow chart. And I'm like, that's easy. That's fucking easy. Like, that's all I knew is direct marketing. That's like the back of my hand. So I just broke it all down, and I'm like, that's gonna make you guys this. Like, the ROI is there. Yeah. And then he was just like, all right, cool. I was like, so he's like, all right, yeah, you don't have to worry about the next interview. You're in. I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, what do you want? And we talked about the numbers, all that stuff. He's like, all right, cool. We'll have an offer letter to you in like next 48 hours, and yeah, you're good. And that's how I got into Whop.
So basically, for you, Drake, what was the, maybe we just filmed this for some reason, but what were like the main things? How did you start? Like, give me like a shortened version of your story.
Okay, so a concise version of my story. So essentially, after high school, I knew I wasn't going to college.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 20.
Nice, same age.
Nice, bro. So, so after high school, I knew I wasn't going to college, and really the reason for that was because a lot of seeds had been planted in my mind just from doom scrolling on the internet, finding some guys that are making a shit ton of money.
Did you like try anything when you were a kid?
Yeah, so I actually resold shoes. I had a Fortnite YouTube channel. So yeah, those are. Oh, and I did.
What was the biggest offer you scaled? Like per month?
Christian marriage offer. I got it up to $130 a month within 90 days.
What did it start at?
It started at $12K, but when I looked in the Stripe, it was like $5K a month, and then $130 in 90 days. So, and that was purely organic.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's definitely like sales. Would you say like you're more sales or marketing heavy?
Definitely marketing systems heavy, and I have a partner that manages the sales for all of my clients.
Interesting. How many employees do you have in your company right now?
I run very lean operations, so I really have like no employees. I just have AI and a bunch of sales reps.
Right, and then your sales reps, your sales partner manages.
Yeah, for the most part, but I mean, I'm on the sales team meetings, so I definitely help out there as well.
Got it. Okay, but do you mind if I ask at your best month, like how much were you making a month?
Yeah, so I did 32 at the peak, and I've been kind of averaging around like 15 to 25.
Nice. When did you start like publishing and like running that agency?
Yeah, so really when I started the agency journey, I started doing outreach to coaches. I had like very little success initially, but eventually I gained some traction. I'm from the same city as Malcolm, you know him. So basically he saw that I could book calls with good coaches. So I threw him a deal, and then I came on underneath him.
So wait, you were trying to outreach to appointment set the people?
No, for my agency, I was running cold email to get coaches on the phone. That's how I like got intros with coaches. And then I threw a really,
What were you doing to like, or like, why were you reaching out to the coaches?
because I mean, I had nothing else to do. Like I had to make money.
Yeah, but what was your offer to them?
Oh, so back then I had no clue what I was doing. So it was really just growth marketing. It was very specifically based on like,
Were you in Malcolm's coaching?
yeah, I started in Charlie Morgan's. That's how I like actually learned the very base fundamentals of marketing. And then also,
Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. That's like 12K, no?
Back then it was like, I think it was 8 back then. So yeah, I had a pizza job in high school, saved up all my bread and went all in.
Damn, fair enough. Okay, so you did pizza job, just like the main things, pizza job.
And I was also, during the pizza job, I was also deep into NFTs, but.
Oh yeah, the NFT trend, like I was back into, dude, we have a really similar story. Cause I did sneaker reselling, NFTs. I did like a little bit of e-com too, like drop shipping stuff. And then afterwards I got into YouTube, like documenting my journey. And then from there, I had like a video go viral. That then got me into info coaching because I met a lot of big agency owners. The video that went viral was like, I tried SMA for 30 days. And then that one got me into, I got to meet like a lot of coaches. Or not coaches, but like agency owners that would like also serve coaches. And then from there, you know, I got into operating. I like learned from a person who, you know, did like a lot of large $1 million, $2 million offers.
It's funny, I've seen like a lot of the online money guys I've talked to from the US specifically were reselling shoes at first.
Yeah, bro. Cause
I think it's like,
you know what's funny though? I know a kid from the Switzerland. He's like 16 years old. Alexi, we might interview him as well. But like that kid also, what's it called? That kid also does sneaker reselling in Switzerland, bro. Isn't that interesting?
wow,
Right?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was like hype beasts out there.
Yes.
But like shit, like the market's hot there. They would like buy a bunch of stuff. He had like a whole lined up. He had like kids that would wait in line for like sneaker launches.
Did you get into sneaker botting as well or no?
I looked at it a little bit. Do you remember Novabot.io? Yeah, I watched that dude.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He used to cook. He used to fucking cook.
Exactly. So yeah, fair enough. Interesting.
So yeah.
Okay, so then whatever. Like you did those things, and then okay, got it. So you're setting the coaches, and after setting the coaches, then you got into what?
Yeah, so I threw a deal to my boy Malcolm because he had more experience than me, and he essentially operated the offer while I.
Who was the dude?
Malcolm?
No.
The client. Okay, yeah, marriage offer. So Matt Inns. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
Who?
Matt Inns.
The sovereign man guy?
Yeah.
So you threw him. Interesting.
And he was like 5 to 10 a month when we started. And then, so what happened was I started setting and.
You set on that offer.
Yeah, I said that initially I was setting. I had like a slight extra share than a normal setter because I threw the deal.
What'd you get?
6%, nothing. But so yeah, I started setting, and then essentially, you know, Malcolm was doing the GA and everything, so
Yeah.
he kind of was like, I can't do this anymore, and I just stepped into like the actual operator role.
Oh,
And from there, we actually took the offer to a record month, $83K a month,
right.
7-figure run rate, and that was with DM funnel.
Right.
Pretty much, I was managing like the setters and everything.
Interesting.
Guys on the calls.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were closing them. And then, so that was like my first big win in the info space, pretty much. And that like gave me the confidence to be able to approach coaches and have a deal structure and actually.
What did you learn during that time? There's probably a lot of shit that you're like, you're just like blowing up and learning.
I mean, really that was my first time being in the trenches on an actual offer.
Yeah.
So I understood the actual back end of how it all works. So as far as having setters, making sure they're dialed, filling out their EODs consistently, doing just like simple daily or weekly calls with the sales team.
Yeah.
How to manage sales reps.
Man, like sales managing for that one.
Huh?
You're mainly sales managing for that one.
Yeah. And that's also, that's how I met now my partner, Weiss, on that offer.
His name is Wise?
Yeah, Weiss.
How do you spell that?
WAIS.
WYS. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was like Wise, like the fucking payment processing platform.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what the fuck? Who makes their kid Wise, bro?
It's spelled like Weiss, but
That's kind of smart though. Like if you name your kid Wise, like
yeah, genius, just genius, instantly, bro.
Baby names.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I met him. He was a closer on the offer, and I basically came on as the
And
operator.
then he rose up with the sales manager.
Yeah, he was really good. So I was like, bro,
Interesting.
you might as well just manage a rep and run up the agency with me.
Okay, so then like just high level. Then how many offers were you on since then?
7.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, 7, 8, somewhere around in that ballpark.
So what were like, just like list off really fast, what were all the offers that you've done, like the niches and like kind of.
So videography coaching, what was it? Clipping offer.
Did you do with Dillon here?
No, I didn't know Dillon yet. But what else? I had like a mindset coach. I had a parenting coach.
Parenting is good. Mindset isn't so much.
Yeah, terrible. Christian marriage coach.
You just like ran through trying a bunch of different things.
Yeah. And DJ. I mean, I got pretty much everybody.
Yeah, and you got the DJ one now.
Yeah, DJ business coach. But I got pretty much everyone results. But really what I learned is the offer is huge.
Oh, yeah.
I choose to hone all of my
Offer's the biggest.
offers that have a lot of potential.
Absolutely. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, bro. Okay, so then I think biggest thing then is let's just get into like fucking marketing principles. We got the high level, because then I guess like for you just shooting back to your thing, you did Whop, and then you can pass the mic to him, but like you did Whop, and then you did the marketing there, and then give like a high level on like what you're doing now, because you're still doing operating, right? I think most people here like know roughly what that is, like back end of a info coaching business. Also, quick context for Malcolm. Malcolm was like kind of my competitor for like when I was running an info coaching offer on teaching other operators how to do operating. Operator teaching operators how to do operating.
To operate.
It's like the coaching coaches thing.
But a high level overview.
Yeah. So basically, that's context for Malcolm. Now he's like he worked at Whop, with Dillon as well. Yeah, cool guy. We'll have him on the pod, probably. Actually, no, we already are. So yeah. But anyway, then Dillon, like, what are you guys doing now? Because you're still partner with Malcolm, right?
Yes. So Malcolm's my partner, and so we have an agency right now, and so we are transitioning into SaaS marketing, so like B2B SaaS.
Is that why you didn't want to talk about info coaching? You're
Yes.
Like, I'm not fucking info coaching. Fuck that shit.
No. It's not for me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so we I just blanked, bro.
You're good.
Jeez.
So your business, roughly, what it is?
Yeah. So we're just working on B2B SaaS companies right now. That's what we're going into.
Yeah.
We have a client right now. We just closed that's doing like $350K a month.
Hell yeah. Wait, info coaching or SaaS?
SaaS.
Oh, the email one, right?
Yeah. And so it's like, it's really like the same principles, except it's a higher growth lever. It's more leverage. It's a more leverageable industry. And so we're revenue just rip it. It's the same thing, except you're just selling software. And it's an actual good product.
Exactly. And you're about to launch. It's exciting.
And we did the same thing for Whop. Like that exact thing is B2B. Like we're doing the whole funnel for acquiring coaches and getting them onto Whop.
Okay, bet. Sounds good. Yeah. Cool, bro. I'm excited for you. Yeah, and I think the biggest thing there, like you, just like a quick study on your story, you were at the company, which then led you to get a sick testimonial of like working at a huge company.
Yeah.
And then from there, now you're able to get into
more software.
that cool space.
It's like it was like the foot in the door into software, because I always like dreamt of going into software, like while I was doing e-com. But it was just like, there's no results of doing it there, right? So it's kind of in the back of your head of like wanting to go there. And so that's kind of like why I jumped at the Whop opportunity. So I'm like, bro, like that's fucking, it's a big opportunity,
Yeah.
It can change everything.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So then let's get into more so like marketing specific things and talk about that. You know what? Before that, I actually want to ask about this, right? A lot of people, they get into, they're like, okay, info coaching, cool. And then they go into software and then they pop back, right? What's your plan on that? You think that's going to happen? You think that's not? Although this recently did happen, so you're in like the sugar moon phase, but like, what do you think is going to happen?
So I don't think that's going to happen, right? I think from being at Whop and being inside of like an actual like company, like Whop's worth $1 billion. Like, bro, we had investors coming through, and like it's different how it's operated, and so it kind of like breaks your idea of what you can and can't do. Like recently, we just flew out to LA to meet with a PC firm and looking to close the software. Nice. Right? It's like I don't see that happening. Okay,
but then how much are you actually making the difference, right? Because you're running like marketing and sales principles from the info coaching space. Let me give you my thought process on it, right? So info coaching, it is very much like marketing sales heavy. There's a lot of like principles that you bring from there. Okay, great. But then after that, what happens is you bring that to SaaS space, great. But in SaaS, it's like, why are you even marketing and selling? Because the core fundamental of it is that it's built off of the product.
Yeah, product growth.
So I guess the question here is like, is your skill even worth it in the SaaS space?
I would say it's the most worth it.
Okay, tell me about it.
Right? Because when you think about SaaS, like a lot of SaaS founders are heavily technical. They use very high level.
I get it. But like, let me
funnel?
continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because like funnel stuff, whatever. Okay, great. So then now you're in SaaS, awesome. You're doing marketing and sales for them, great. But it's like, marketing and sales in the info coaching space is like super aggressive. Okay, aggressive. You bring people in like that. Now what's the expectation of them? 1, 2. Also, like now the product is okay, cool, solid. I love it. But it's like, can SaaS take the level of like how much, fucking traffic they're getting? You know what I mean? And then I would say 3, you're still a fucking agency. You know what I mean? It's like you're not getting equity in these companies. The real leverage is when you get equity. Sure, you're getting like rev share, whatever, but like, wouldn't you rather just get rev share in a coaching company that could scale much faster?
Personally, no. Yes, you can get a lot more cash with a coach, like 100% guaranteed. But how I think about it is just like from a more 10, 20, 30 year standpoint, it's like, all right, when you crack growth for these software companies and you help them build the entire growth infrastructure from not only just paid ads, the funnel, sales call and closing, but there's more to it than that. Like how can you help them get into different traffic sources? How can you help them with retention and LTV? Like so when you crack those things, it's a bigger win because it's a lot easier to negotiate equity when you're actually making them a fuck ton of money.
Okay, great. Equity. How long till it exits?
That depends on the software. But if it has good metrics, it's a lot easier to pitch a VC like, hey, we're making money, we're profitable. A lot of softwares aren't profitable, they just burn cash until they hopefully get it to work. And like, I think that's marketing fundamentals when it's like, most softwares don't even think to liquidate ad spend, right? Like if you add info to software funnels, you can liquidate what you're spending on ads. So if you break even, then you have a year-long contract, a six-month-long contract that adds a 12x multiple to the enterprise value.
Sure. Okay, fair.
To me personally, it's like that's a bigger opportunity when you crack that thing because yes, the equity, but it's like also being around the kind of budgets they have. They have a lot of money to spend,
sure,
and a lot of money to pay you.
So you're more playing on the money they already have. Are you doing a rev share at all with these guys, or it's like retainer?
Yes, rev share.
Interesting. Because like, if I see the software space, it's because I listen to a lot of VC podcasts. I listen to a lot of SaaS founders as well. Just like bring the principles over to this space. But it's like when I see that market though, a lot of them end up failing. You know what I mean? So it's like you get the equity of something. I guess like what's your way to de-risk not like getting clapped?
I would just say getting them aligned with direct response and direct marketing principles. Because a lot of times...
No, but I'm talking about like when they exit.
So when they exit, right, how do we not get fucked?
No, if they don't exit, like how are you going to make up the money that you wouldn't get in like info coaching, for instance? By the way, I'm playing devil's avocado because podcasts like fighting sounds better.
Okay.
Fighting does better, but go for it.
So we're talking about exits, right? The reality of the whole thing is like most companies don't even exit, right? But a lot of softwares raise. And so when it comes to an agency standpoint, that's a lot of cash, right? They can pay higher retainers. And then also...
So you are getting a retainer?
Yes, we're getting a retainer plus rev share.
So part of it is the retainer play as well.
Yes, because they have more cash. They have more cash up front too, right? And they expect to pay more. That's how I think about it. Is like you can get a fuck ton of cash from having a few clients that just do retainer plus rev share. That's mid 5 figures.
Fair enough. I think. I might have had one more question, but whatever. We'll shoot it to Drake. What do you think about this?
I think honestly it's a great play on, and I think a big thing. There are definitely a lot of parallels you can draw from info to SaaS. So it's like, for example, they're working with a software company that's already doing $300K a month. When you're working with opportunities like that, it's like,
what's their ticket price again? I mean, maybe you can answer.
I don't know.
Yeah. So their ticket price, it ranges from $5K a year to $30K a year. Annual contracts.
Annual contract. Do they have a monthly at all?
No, they don't do monthly. They do quarterly, biannually, and annually.
So if you want to make it work, then you have to do like higher ticket shit. Especially when you use like high ticket info coaching principles.
What do you mean?
in terms of like selling the SaaS? Because a lot of these ones, they're like the cheaper one that's like, you know, Loom. 16.
Yeah. So for B2B software, it's a lot of times it's contracts and contract values. And so it's like people are buying for a year up front, 20K, 50K, 100K.
Contract.
And you have to think about the seats that people have. So some companies have 50, 100 employees. You do $20 per employee seat, and they pay that up front.
So you're doing 20, you're doing like per seat, which total stuff?
So that's what some software is doing. It's like,
right, but you're doing like one time.
Yeah, for that one, it's e-com, it's an email marketing software. It has nothing to do with your seats. It's about how much.
Nothing to do with the seats.
Nothing to do with the seats.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like the ticket price. So most B2B software is going to be 20K plus on an annual contract.
Okay, let me know how it goes, bro. Okay, but let's shoot it back to Drake. Like, what do you think about this? Because you're in info coaching.
Yeah, I'm info, and I think
Let's beat this guy up, yeah?
let's fuck him up. Let's do it. No, but I mean, I'm spending a lot of time with him, so I've got the time to try and beat him up a little bit. But so I say I definitely like the play, especially when it comes to it's like. In info, yes, you can run up a couple million.
Yeah.
But if you want to set yourself up for 8-9 figures in the future, then you're going to want to build enterprise value. That's the way I see it. For the most part, there are info offers that do 8-9 figures, but
it depends on the founder. It's like, what do you want as the objective? Yeah, I think it's always a balance because like how I think about it, the SaaS marketplace, there's a lot of risk to like making the technology actually work. And then a lot of these guys, like you have to be careful because they're like mission oriented in terms of like taking the thing, selling it.
Yeah.
My play is more like, how do I take the principles here? I don't know if it's like even building enterprise, but I like more of what Hormozi's doing, where like he has the holding companies with the multiple ones.
No.
There's almost like less risk in that. You know what I mean? Because like with SaaS, you get like disrupted. There's a lot of software issues versus like, I guess it also depends like what your skills are. Cause like for me, I plan to build a brand, right? Brand I feel is my best skill set compared to like software. Sure, I could like bring it into software in the future. But you see like Hormozi now, he has like the big brand and then he had like the hold codes for like the companies that he actually knew, like info. And then also he has all. It's like physical businesses, right? He's like a doctor's office.
What's his biggest investment though?
Yeah, exactly. No, hold on. But like biggest investment, that's exactly what I was going to talk about, right? So then he goes into school, right? That's more like a VC play. Okay. And then he opened ACQ Ventures, which is the exactly venture firm with like the Sharon dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like actually knows how to do.
So
I don't know much.
VC investing. But yeah.
So when we talk about Hormozi.
So it's like that's like my view on like how I could get into it, but you go first.
Yeah, so like when we talk about Hormozi, a lot of times people are looking at what he's doing now, but not what got him there, right? So it's like everyone can look at Hormozi right now and say, hey, yeah, build your personal brand and then just fucking rip info and you're gonna make a fuck ton of money. But like he has real companies and has like scaled them and built enterprise value and has exited to investors.
What do you mean?
Like, so like he exited, he had a supplement company, a software company, and Gym Launch.
Yeah, those are all part of info though.
But the software company wasn't, and
so he sold that to his what's it called? His customers for his gym thing, and then he tried to sell it to agency owners, but that one didn't go.
Yeah, but he bundled all of them together and built those that helped with the value of that. Because like an info business is not going to sell for $100 million.
That's true. They sold it. I know some guys like in the market, but basically like the buyers, like they fucking hated what they bought.
Hey, it's still sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
so it's still sold, but
still sold.
He might not get all of the returns.
Hey,
just what I heard.
Hey, look, the millions are in that man's account. So
fair enough.
Fair enough.
Unless he gets it stolen back.
Yeah. So that was just my 2 cents on that. But
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so my thoughts on the whole?
Yeah, just over like anything to add to that, or it's just a comment, bro. There's like no fucking question. It's fine. Like, just chill.
All right, yeah, for sure. Let me think. So yeah, I mean, for me personally, I like info because it's cash rich and it's much lower risk compared to something like SaaS where you're placing a bet on a physical product.
Yeah.
And also in info, products can be more. They're easier to mold. Let's say they're easier to mold. So
info, like making it.
Yeah. So it's like you can build.
Easier to mold. I just got an airbending screen. Do you actually use that fucking term? Who came up with that?
I think Eddie came up with it when we were at Whop. He was like, I'm an airbender. I was like,
oh, that's so good, bro.
Airbending's crazy. I mean, you can really just build a business around a market. If you know how to market. So
yes,
and that's really like the best way to run it up in info. It's like the pain, and that's what I've seen with working on different offers.
Yeah,
it's like the pain is already there, and
Yes.
The more clear the offer is.
Okay, I think you're just speaking about like business principles overall though, because software is the same thing. Like there's a problem, you build a thing around it. It's just like it's not as air bending. You're like actually sculpting something. You're just like rock bending, you know. But then you end up air bending versus rock bending, and then dude, air bending's so good, bro. Oh my fucking god, and he's actually really good for that. But anyway, like you build a thing. And then you're still solving the problem at the end of the day, but it's just like an enterprise's problem, right? So, okay, that makes sense. But speaking of the marketing, which, you know, all of us, I guess, like use, let me ask about that. So shooting back to you, Dillon, like you said, you had marketing principles that you want to talk about. Give me like your best ones that you use the most, like think through your, I don't know, like Notion or fucking Google Doc that like you put all your SOPs in. I know I have one, or like I put all my principles. Like scan through that for me, like look at that and be like, damn, like this is a golden nugget right here that like probably not a lot of people know. Not just like the things that people tend to know, but like this is like people don't fucking know this, and like this gives me that unfair advantage.
Man, oh man. I think a lot of people never talk about split testing and how to sell to different genders.
Interesting. Go for it.
Right. So, for example, if we're selling to women, right? So when I started learning about marketing, I went to the first principle of it. The first principle of advertising.
Explain first principle.
So first principle.
I love talking about this. Like, in all my videos, I yell about it so hard.
Yes.
But like, explain it for us.
So for me, first principles is when you distill an art to the most simplistic version of it, right? And so
why do you say art?
Because I think everything is a craft. There's always skills you add on top of your craft.
Fair enough.
Right? So it's an art form to me. And so when it came to copywriting at first and then marketing as a whole, the first principle of all that shit is psychology. I need to know the person.
You know what the first principle of psychology is?
What is it?
Evolution.
Evolutionary psychology. You're right. And so when I came into this whole thing, like, I read the marketing books, but number one, I read a lot of psychology books.
Yeah.
And I started to apply them to marketing. Yeah. And I started to see ridiculous results when it came to e-com, because it's like, it's direct sales. And I have to sell you right now. So for example, when I'm selling to women, right, I was working on a hair care supplement offer. And for example, it was a hair growth offer. It was a hair growth serum. And I wrote like a fucking email for moms. And I read somewhere, it was like, women's, like, they spend 3 times as much time looking at babies and smiling faces, right? Their attention goes there, right? And women, when you fundamentally think of women, right, they are group animals, because when you think about evolutionary terms, if a woman was confrontational and she was direct and upfront like a man, she would get kicked out of the tribe, and her survival chances would be lower because she has a baby, she's weaker physically, all those things. And so women's brains and bodies develop to be better at language. That's why when you notice, when you talk to girls, a lot of times they speak they read between the lines on a lot of things. They speak in terms that are not as direct. Sure. Right? That's because that's how their brain is wired. They have 11 times the neurons in their brain for language and facial recognition than men do.
And I don't want to go to like under that. I always think like, what would have killed them back then? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, what made people kill people? And then you're explaining the same thing, like the bitches that would like be very direct, like fuck you, like they're out. You still see some of those fucking bitches out here sometimes. But
it's gonna be less. Yeah. Like 1,000 years ago,
they don't get any dick and they die.
Listen to this. She's nagging her husband who's pissed off. Right. He's a caveman. What's he gonna do? Exactly. So
just smack the shit out of him.
Smack the But anyway, so like, when you think about those things, it's like, and I know that, right? I like, if you look at different funnels and you start paying attention, you start seeing that women-focused products, they have groups and communities. Why? Because women always have to be around others. Because like, if I have a baby, then I need you to watch them, and I need to go pick berries, et cetera, right? Colors matter a lot to women. You have to have subtle changes in the colors. Why do women have 50 different shades of makeup? Well, because 50,000 years ago, if you look at a berry and it's a shade off, who dies? Right? If you look at it, if you're picking berries, and there's 2 blueberries in front of you,
because the girls will pick the
colors. It has to be a slight change. So that slight color change means everyone dies.
Interesting.
So it's evolutionary, right? And so
is that actually for real? Yeah. Is it like a thing that like someone wrote on a book? And like,
yeah. So I'm not. Like,
so we did market to girls a little bit, but like I was like kind of beginner, back then. Like I wasn't too deep into it, and she also had a good audience, but like. That's so interesting. I never like went that deep into, female selling.
So if I was like writing copy for a woman offer, right? I wouldn't. So number one, women are heavily risk averse because her entire like biological motive is to hoard resources and make sure that our children are okay. That's.
I think you know why this is valuable because, sorry to interject here. Before you go into it, like, I just want to say, like, if you know how to sell to markets that a lot of marketers don't know how to sell to, then you have that unfair advantage. And so this is why this shit is so important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
So if I was writing copy for a woman's offer or building the funnel for a woman's offer, right? Number one, you want to make it as risk averse as possible. Women feel a woman's amygdala, like her amygdala is 2 times the size of a man's. So men don't feel fear and negative emotions as much as women do. So when she's making a big purchasing decision, she has to make sure that this is the most risk-free thing possible, because women back then couldn't go get the resources themselves. They relied on men heavily. And so she feels negative emotions longer than men do. She's more emotional.
Sure.
Her brain has more connections between emotion and logic, so she makes her decisions with her emotions.
Sure.
And so you have to weave that in there.
Sure.
Right? And so you want to put positive emotions when you try to make her buy.
Cool. What's the next principle?
Right. Next principle for just like overall marketing.
Just women.
Just women. So that one. Number 2 would be, again, you want to use collaborative language. Right. And so what I mean by that is you want to say words like us, with you, together. Let's have you ever seen those women like supplements things? It's like, yeah, let's fight cancer together.
It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, but
what even resonates to us?
But for the girls, it's like, it's her working in a group. Women are more group animals than men because she has to be in a group to survive. A man can say, fuck you.
This is good sauce. Yeah.
Right. And what's one more thing? You don't want to be explicit with your language. Right, I got this from reading like women's romance novels to understand how they yes.
You sat there and watched women.
Yes.
Wow.
So you gotta know your audience, right? And so when you read the woman's,
did you enjoy it?
You know what I mean? It added a few points to my bag, man, for when I'm being But anyway, and so women are never they're not explicit with the language. It's not like how men communicate, which is like, I'm going to the store, and it's like, yeah,
very direct.
Yeah, women are more in between the lines. They're more indirect with their language, and so you have to write that way as well. A lot of guys can't write that way because they don't understand how women speak in the first place, right? So, for example, if I was writing something, I said that I hate this, I would never put that in women's copy. Girls don't say that at all.
How would you say it instead?
It's not the best thing in the world. I'm not absolutely in love with it. You see how you frame that?
Sound like a bitch right there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not in love with it. I mean, it could be better. Right? She's not direct with it, but it's communicated the same way.
Right.
And so that's going to resonate.
And it goes in the brain better.
It goes in the brain better because that's how her brain thinks. The best marketers aren't talking at them; they're saying what's already in their brain.
100%.
They're speaking it better than they can speak themselves.
That's the principle underneath it. Any other principles around female selling? If not, so
just on the flip side for men.
All right. So you want to go into men next?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So men. You got to understand what men are driven to do, right? We're driven to dominate, to win, and to come out on top. To a man, the group is not as important as me individually winning, right? So everything that a man does in his life, everything a man does in his life is to get more status, power, and resources. That's it. That's fundamental, right? Why do men buy sports cars and women don't? Women buy, if you pay attention, women buy a lot of big, boxy, safe cars, SUVs.
Yeah.
And men buy the fast, sleek, aggressive.
The pink Porsche.
Yeah.
The white Porsche.
Yeah, they're always in SUVs. Why? Those are safer vehicles for safety.
More protection.
Men are risk.
G-Wagons. I've seen girls with G-Wagons.
They're like a tank. Right? Think about it. Think about it. So
I actually have never
paid. Yeah, that's the conclusion. It's the fundamentals.
Sure.
And so when it comes to men, right, we want to win at all costs. So for men, you want to paint the outcome more than the risk. You want to just paint the outcome of like you're gonna get so much shit. Like that's why all these guys online sell you their dream, right? They sell you. You're gonna make 10K, 20K, 100K a month. I'm on the yacht. I have all these girls with me, right? That's how you sell to younger men, especially because younger men haven't established themselves in the dominance hierarchy, right? Most young men don't know where they stand yet. Older men take less risk because they know where they're at and they have things to lose, right? So you probably have noticed in your offer, like they're not as much of what they're going to gain. It's more just like, what's the certainty of it, right? You can't sell them the same way. You can't hype them up. They're not going to make those brash emotional decisions that young men make. For sure. They want the logic behind it. And they're more logical because their prefrontal cortex has actually developed, right? They've been through life, right? They feel wisdom. Yeah. So for older men, it's like you want to be a little bit more non-bullshit with them. Sure. They don't want the hypey language. They don't want the wildly profitable words in the copy.
So it's like age range difference as well.
Age range differences for me. Because the testosterone changes your testosterone levels.
What are like the best books you would say that you got these inputs from?
You want to read The Male Brain, The Female Brain. I forgot who it's by.
The Male Brain, Female Brain.
Yeah, so it's two different books. It's The Male Brain and The Female Brain.
It's literally called The Male Brain.
Literally, swear to God, yeah. And so those just literally go into the science and like the neuroscience of the evolutionary science of like men and women.
Right.
And so those are ones, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It's a book on like relationships, but it gives you context. I
fucking heard about that book.
Yeah, it gives you context on like, how do they work together?
Interesting.
Right? And then The Buying Brain.
The what?
The Buying Brain. So it's a book on literally just persuasive neuroscience of like, how do people buy? What makes their brains do that shit?
Do you ever read like psychology books that are just like only about psychology, like zero marketing?
So most of my reading that I do is not marketing. After like 3 or 4 marketing books, you don't need to read marketing anymore. You need to understand people, because if you understand people, you know how to sell to them. That's the most important. It's the first principle of it.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think like where my inputs are right now, I listen to a lot of podcasts. And then the podcasts, I think I've gotten like really good at business strategy from that. You know what I mean? Like how I go about going into like a company, coming into a business. That fucking meme we're talking about.
Come into your business.
What the fuck?
Pause, of course.
No, but anyway, right? So, yeah, bro, what the hell? What's wrong with you, bro?
What's psychology, bro?
What? No, but basically, like, you know, when you come into the business, that when I would do that, you know, when I would do those activities, I think I go about it more of like a business strategy and like operations approach. I have like a good high, like decent level of marketing understanding through especially content. I think that's where I got a lot of my skill sets from, like YouTube principles and organic principles. However, I think, yeah, this is definitely where I'm going to tap into next, like reading those books, the deeper psychology stuff. So fuck yeah, absolutely.
It'll help you with your team as well, and like managing people, because you know the incentives of what people want and what motivates them.
100%.
It's like the biggest lever in the world.
Fair enough. Yeah, because you put more volume into the copy, so for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other principles you want to yap about? Actually, no, let's pass this to Drake for
Drake, what you got, man?
Yeah, bro. So I would say like question for you from like your experience across all the offers that you ran and you know what you've done. What would you say are like the biggest like general lessons you've learned? Not just specifically marketing, not just specifically sales, but like, you know, business overall. Actually, no, not even business overall, like just like within those categories, just like freestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, biggest lessons I've learned overall, I'd say one is picking your opportunities wisely, because I've wasted a lot of time.
Strategic.
Yeah. Just like you have a limited amount of bandwidth that you can deploy into the universe.
Sure.
So it's like you have to deliberately, or try to as deliberately as possible, choose opportunities. And for info specifically, a big part of that is the offer. I'd say the product is huge too, like how competent the coach is, because that's why I've been able to have like longer term relationships with a lot of clients.
Good.
Because they're actually like good at what they do. So it's easier to have like a feedback loop from marketing and sales.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like they're actually a legit guru, or that they're a good founder? Those are two different concepts.
I just say that they're just because when it comes to guruing, I'd say like, what's the difference?
No. Okay. So when they're a good founder, like they're a good business person, like they know what they're doing, they're straight, they don't like make some irrational decisions. But then,
well, I've dealt with some of those as well from good coaches. So
absolutely, same as well. But then I would say like a good guru knows like really good what they're teaching. They're like very legit at it, but like they just sometimes suck at business. Like, that's an example of like some relationship gurus, sometimes like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Or some fitness people, like they just suck at fucking business.
Exactly. Like the relationship coaches I've worked with, that's why it's worked so well. Like one of my clients literally says, I hate business.
Damn.
But he loves to help men save their marriage. So it's a perfect fit. You hate business? Okay, no problem. I'll make sure you get paid, and you can make sure, and that'll allow you to also help men and continue to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like, overall, what's it called? With those two different things about the founder and then the I guess like skill set level of the group, which one are you talking about that like matters more?
I mean, from my perspective, as far as like what's a really good client to work with, I'd say them being just really good at helping customers, helping the people that we sell, because I'm essentially a fractional CMO and CSO. I can help you get clients. As long as you can deliver, then we can run it up.
Got it. So you give a shit about the actual product. That's 100%. Me too. No, dude. It makes it huge. You know what I mean? I think I want to know more about fucking marriage offers, bro. Because I personally have never run one. Mm-hmm. What is the, like, this is what I heard with the marriage offers, right? We were talking about it at the party. You know, was it 2 days ago or no?
Saturday. It was Saturday, 2 days ago.
That's Friday.
It was Friday?
Saturday.
Well,
Okay, 2 days. Okay, so at the party we were at, fun time, and yeah, like we were talking about the marriage offer thingy. It's like I've heard like some bad shit where like the closer, they just like can mentally not take it because like a lot of these dudes, they're just like trying to get their wife back when like she just absolutely hates the man, and she's like, how are we gonna even help this out? It's like then the closer leaves, and it's like, how do you even fucking deliver for that? It's just like, how do you go about like managing that?
Yeah, I'd say for one, it's really just having a great understanding of the market, because that allows you to teach closers how to actually manage those objections. Because essentially, like, let's say a guy is really pedestalizing his wife and his wife really hates him. It's just reframing that. So it's like, okay, your wife really hates you. What are you gonna do about it? Like, why does your wife hate you? And it's like, and you have to soften the language,
sure,
and essentially turn the mirror on them, because that is like the number one thing with the market. They'll try and look at the wife as the like basically pedestalize their wife. So like, okay, this program's great, but my wife won't even allow me to buy this.
It's just like a bunch of bitches, like male bitches that like go in for the coaching.
Yeah, you'll be surprised though. Like, there's actually like high level business guys. They succeed.
So in your marketing, then, do you like speak between the lines and use like different colors so you could target like the more pussy men?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say actually you don't want to do that, because you want to get the guys that have their head on straight. Mm-hmm. Right. So like that's really another thing. In your marketing, you can speak to the psychology of somebody that's actually going to close. So like if you want to just talk to the bitches in the market, yeah, they're gonna hop on, they're gonna blame their wife, and it sounds good, but I have to talk to her first.
Right. So then you go for the part of the market that actually can be helped.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
how do you do that? Like, what's the messaging that you say to make that happen?
Yeah, so a lot of it is empowering, and then also essentially saying,
run a hook right now, like the winning hook that you're running right now for this Christian offer. Just like do it.
I can give one from the past.
Why? What's so funny? It's like a retarded hook.
Bro, Tim, do you want to get inside of your wife?
What the fuck, bro?
But
that's crazy.
It's also for the Christian one. It's like, are you praying for your wife to love you again? So it's things like that. So it's like
really reading their mind.
Yeah, talking to the desire. But then also it's like that's the hook. So the hook, that can get a lot of the guys that have.
What's the message then? Rest of the thing.
Yeah, so essentially like I don't have like a full.
Do the are you trying to get? Oh shit. Do the rest of the message for the are you trying to get in your wife one? Go for it.
Yeah. So
say it right now to that camera right there. Like,
get inside your wife.
I'll go more so like framework wise. Okay. So like the framework of the ad.
You don't want to say it, huh?
Not really.
Do it, bro.
I'll leave that to my clients. Okay. But so yeah, it starts like you start with something that's just gonna really pique their interest. And with the marriage market, it's pretty easy, because what do guys want the most?
Want to get on their wife.
They want to have sex with their wife.
Is that us? Like, I mean, we haven't married, so
we're men though.
That's all men want.
So it's
that's true, but like, how do you not fuck your wife? Like,
because she says no. And she's
how do you think divorce happens?
That's why divorce happens. That's the number one reason.
So my parents were like totally fine throughout their entire marriage. Like, I just never experienced that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the statistics tell the entire story. Like
78%.
Yeah.
7% what?
78% of divorces are started by women.
Because they don't open their legs?
The reason she doesn't open her legs is because she doesn't like.
She doesn't respect the man. So that's a part of the message. Like you're turning.
Respect.
Exactly. And also you can make that empowering. It's like you're leading your home. It's like you're becoming the leader that your wife needs. Things like that. So it's like, yes, it's more of a shameful thing to buy because you have to pay someone to help you save your marriage. But at the same time, it's empowering. It's making you better.
I respect it. So yeah, guys, if you want to fucking run a marriage offer, then there you go.
We're conquering the market. So, I mean, you can try. But,
oh, okay, never mind. You know. Don't run the marriage offer.
Yeah, but I mean,
or run a. What would another hook be like? Do you wanna fucking like just destroy your wife?
When's the last time?
Run something like that.
You don't want to get too.
You got going?
Man, you can get some hooks with that shit, bro.
Go for it. Run another one.
Yeah, you can say like, when's the last time your wife looked at you with fire in her eyes? Right? There's so
like less sexual, like more legit.
You can still do stuff like that, bro.
I like that.
That's a good one. Like the way your wife looks at you, that's something that guys in the market definitely really resonate with.
Tired of her saying, I'm too tired again? Like, it's shit like that.
Tired of coming home to no hug?
There we go. Fair enough. Okay. I guess then let's do like a quick business breakdown. So Dillon, for you, what does your company look like right now? What do you tend to do for these clients? Tell me that like process.
So I think the biggest thing is, so we're really lean right now. It's me, Malcolm, and a few contractors. That's really all we need.
Mm-hmm. How many team members do you guys have? What are the contractors?
So I think total like 6.
Like what are the different roles?
We have a designer, tech guy, sales rep. Then I'm handling all the messaging and marketing, and Malcolm's just doing all the operations. So it's like.
So Malcolm. What ops like?
So
like, what do you mean by ops? Because like the tech usually does the ops.
Yeah, so like he's like overseeing the ops. Like he's overseeing like the tech and all the ops for that. Client management, a lot of client management. I love that man for that. Thank the Lord. And then just like roles, responsibilities, like dealing with the contractors, like negotiating.
Management. Tons of management.
Lots of management.
Business.
Yes.
God, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to fulfillment for the clients, we're primarily doing Facebook ads for them and like building the entire funnel for them. It's really similar to an info call funnel. Right? It's almost the same thing.
Absolutely.
It's just that you have a slide deck now to show them the product on the sales page instead of just airbending on the sales call. That's really it. That's really it. And so we're doing ads.
Wait, but a lot of I see what you're saying. Like that was a joke. 'Cause I was like, don't most info people, like some of them, they have like slide decks for call funnels too.
Yeah.
But it depends. Fair enough. What do you mean they don't?
A lot of guys don't. A sales rep hops on the call, and it's B2C.
No, I've seen that for sure.
Yeah, they just,
but like some more. Right, I guess I guess I'm thinking about the B2B offers that I've seen.
Yeah,
they have the slide decks.
The B2B is gonna be different, of course. Now, when it comes to strategy and like advertising, right, a big thing that a lot of people don't do when it comes to like Facebook ads and stuff like that is they don't pay attention to their pixel.
Sure. Okay, wait. Don't go into that's another concept.
Yeah,
just like rest of the business here. Yeah. So like, I think you're talking about what you're doing. Yeah, fulfillment. Go for it.
So now when it comes to fulfillment, I mean, pretty simple. Ads via sales scripting, like documenting and keeping track of all the split tests, so you have a historic database of like what worked, what didn't work, why. We do the pre-call assets, like all the emails, all the shit that comes before that. We work on the sales process, which is like the scripting, the slide deck, like flow, so like what message goes where and like throughout the slide deck. Sales scripting, we don't do team training right now. We just kind of give you guys the frameworks.
When you say team training, it's about sales team.
Yeah, just like, no, we're not doing that. It's like really it from a high level, and it's just making sure
and
that we
only focus on call funnels for the guys that are working on right now.
Yeah, because it's B2B sales, it's B2B software, so they just need lead generated right now.
Got it. And then what about you, Drake? Go for it. Like just high level what your business does, and like tell me about that.
Overall structure. So right now it's like 2 leaders of the business, and really we're the only people on the team. It's me and my partner Wise, who's like the sales manager.
For the sales reps, by the way, because you have sales reps with your partner Wise, are they in the company of the client? Or are they like your guys' internal people?
So it depends on the client. I'm gonna shift away from like having the sales reps signed on a contract from my company, and essentially just having it in the contract that as we need sales reps, the coach will sign them on. Because I just don't like dealing with like paying out sales reps and stuff.
Be careful with that, bro. Because when you leave the company, a lot of the expert or like a lot of the insights and the training that you've done for the sales rep, when you leave, they stay in the company. So it becomes like a huge issue later on. Or not a huge issue, but like you lose like assets that you've built, which are like the people that you've trained. And also there's decreased churn when you like have the sales reps in your company. When you leave, then they leave with you. So like I've seen that's like a powerful way to decrease churn as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. That is a lot of leverage. I mean, it depends on the client though, because like with my clients, like we have such a good relationship that I'd be fine with the sales rep saying, huh?
People hold on a relationship at scale. You have like people that you want. I guess like, okay, if you look at like a large agency or like even like holdcos, they have GMs or GP, sorry, like general partners that like manage the actual relationship with like, let's say if it's a VC fund, they like a founder they manage, or if it's like an agency, they have AMs, right? Account managers that manage the clients. Like, be careful of like building the company that way, because then you end up making it, or you build it in a way of like too relationship based, and it becomes hard to scale, because that's like a huge part of like how you structure the company.
And what way do you mean like too relationship based?
Okay, so I'm not saying too relationship based is bad. I'm talking about like if you rely on that and you believe that that's the way that you decrease churn, it's just about the metric, right? Then that could be an issue. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like use other business tactics to decrease the churn. So just like the customers, or like keeping the sales reps on your team, and then also like running paid ads is also very
important. I mean, like I'm irreplaceable in my client's business. I own all of the backend infrastructure. I set up all the automations.
Like as you move forward.
Yeah, I understand. But so yeah, me, Wyatt's my partner. We're basically, I'm fractional CMO/COO. He's fractional CSO. And then we have the sales reps that we manage on the offers, and that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah! And then you have 3 clients right now.
No, just 2 right now.
Are you bringing on the DJ guy?
No, I'm working with him. So I have him and the Christian marriage coach.
Got it. And you kicked out the other marriage coach.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Some bad shit in there?
Huh?
Some things you want to talk about in there?
Yeah, I mean, guy owes me some money, couldn't pay me.
Oh,
happens.
The usual. Fair enough.
Life goes on, man,
Yeah, it's what it is. Okay, cool. Let's run the live thing. Let's see how it works.
Shit.
Let's see. Did you post a tweet?
No, that shit's scheduled right now. So you want me to like push it live right now?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see if you have any responses. Because my audience isn't that up right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because especially nighttime EST.
It's like 10 p.m. right now. EST.
So no promises this is going to work, but let's try it.
Let's see.
Let's just go live and like see who pops up. If no one comes up in 10 minutes, then we'll just end it. If not, then I have more questions afterwards, but let's see. Good shit though, guys, so far.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see if it runs it. Oh shoot, you got somebody here. Omar, what's up, bro? Yo, we got Max Henderson here as well. We got 2 people. What's up, Omar? You want to come on the live and ask some questions? We got Ent here. Oh, I think he's Indian. Motherfucker, I gotta get lead quality on my IG, bro, okay? It's gonna be monetized in the future.
That's a high ROI.
All right. Wait, let me...
Oh, man.
Are you... Okay, Ent, are you... Yo, Tim, you still pissing live? Bro, this is like an OG fan. Okay, we got 4 people in here now. Basically, I had a YouTube video that I was like running a sales call. It's like old time. It was called I Tried SMA for 100 Days on my old channel, Tim Yoon too. And basically on there, I had a sales call. It went so long for like 2 hours that I pissed.
Did you piss?
No, yeah, I closed. But like I pissed on the sales call. It was like embarrassing. But anyway, okay. All right, we got some cool people. All right, guys. So basically, we're here with Dillon. Or I guess we'll speak to both people here. So we're on live, guys, on IG Live here with some people. We're gonna bring them on, and then we are going to ask them or let them ask questions to us. So let's see if people come on here. I'll just send invites to everybody. See how it works. If you guys want to join, I just invited some people. We don't have. We'll see if retention rate stays on. Oh, somebody accepted. Okay, we got Omar on here. Omar, what's good, bro?
What's good, bro? Don't mind on my hair. It's all messy.
Nah, you look fine, my guy. You look fine. But I'll just put your mic here, and then you could ask us questions. We got the Murath Centroza, I don't even know, join here. But all right, Omar, good to meet you, bro. Okay, we got Lucas. Oh, we got like 5 people in here now. Nice. All right, so Omar, how long have you been watching my content, bro?
I've been watching your content for a little over a year now.
Nice. I appreciate you, bro. How many hours have you watched, by the way?
Dude, I'm not sure. I mean, considering you uploaded like 20-hour course of like every video, probably a lot.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I need to stop going into market research mode. My bad. Lucas, we could get you on next. But basically, Omar, so we're here with Dillon, who was basically one of the most cracked copywriters at fucking Whop. And then also Drake over here, who's also another operator. He has ran like a Christian offer or Christian marriage offer up to 113 grand. And then of course, like you see me as well. Or no, sorry, not 100. When did you get your coaching offer to? Or what did you get your coaching offer
130. I've scaled 2 marriage offers now to 7 figures though.
Hell yeah, 2 marriage offers to 7 figures. And then I said the 113 number because that's the level that we got our coaching to. I fucking keep tripping out with the numbers. So Omar, do you have any questions for us, bro? In terms of like marketing, I guess like getting better at operating, shit like that you want to know about info specifically?
Yeah, I actually would. I mean, it's kind of hard to think of questions off the top of my head, but I have a few. I would say I'm not starting out. Like I do have some experience. I do have some clients and testimonials and some stuff, but I still find it hard to get like creators' attention, especially higher end ones. And I think the bottleneck could be maybe a little personal brand, like is that a micro personal brand?
Yeah.
Just having some content. I think that could be a bottleneck for me because like even with results on your page, a verification mark, like a fucking car and shit, like it's just not enough anymore. I feel like everyone just takes it. Everyone buys followers.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know how to stand out.
Okay, but so the question is how to get clients?
Yeah, how to get hiring clients. I'm kind of sick of working with all.
It's like authority, and so it's like people who have more money.
I think so. Like more money, more like a larger following, things like that. What would you say, Dillon?
I would say that, I would say that you have a status problem right now. So right now they don't see you as the guy to go to. So like, where is your social proof posted? And like, do you look like you have emotion basically online? Like, it's very, very surface level, but it matters, sadly.
And we are now going to talk about Drake, your outreach methods. Because Omar, basically, Drake basically got to work with Malcolm because of the fact that he was really good at email setting, right? So that's actually pretty fucking crack that you're able to do that. So tell me your strats on, I guess, outbound and getting clients.
Yeah, so I say outbound, the number one most important thing is the lead list. So like, who are you actually reaching out to? And a lot of times people, at first I was running like a very general approach where I was pulling a list off of Apollo of coaches and was just like doing mass outbound to all of them. And I didn't actually start getting on calls with quality coaches until I actually manually did the work. So this was back then, I wasn't making any money, so I could do that. Maybe you're at a point where you can hire a VA to do this, but essentially you want to go on socials. And this is like the best method. If I were to do outreach today, I would go on Instagram, find coaches that look like they have an offer for sure. They look like they might have some momentum, but you can identify gaps in their funnel, things that they could improve. And then you send them personalized outreach to their email, to on every platform you can find, LinkedIn, email, IG, Facebook, everywhere. You send them the Loom. To basically just explain your offer and why exactly you're a fit for them. And a big thing that I'd say, since you already have results, I'd say look for coaches that have similar offers to the clients that you've gotten results for, so that you can say you helped.
Testimonial.
Yeah, you helped a coach that is their competitor. So it's like, I've literally done this before. At that point, the sale becomes much more easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'd say. And yeah, back to the first thing, I'd say the most important thing is just the leads that you're reaching out to. So like, if you want clients today, you want to dig deep on IG. So find coaches that you think you'd be a good fit to work with. Go through their following, who they follow manually, try to find other coaches. And really by trying to find like more niche coaches that not everybody's reaching out to. That's how you'll actually stand out, because most of the big coaches, like people that everybody know about, they're actually getting bombarded. They're getting bombarded.
Just blasted.
Yeah. So it's like, you have no shot. You have zero shot.
Even me, like I have a pretty small following, but like I get fucking shit. I get like 5-10 a day, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
Paying
It can be
people
bad.
also works too.
Yeah. Oh, that's one way I
Money
got.
talks.
That's one way I got a client. I literally, in some funnels, you may see that a coach, you can just pay them X amount to book a call with them. If you can find one of those and you know that you'll have the confidence on the call to sell them, or at least like have a conversation and you know you have a shot, I'd say just take the risk, book the call with them.
and builds reciprocity.
It builds reciprocity. They'll be open to talking to you.
Nice.
Like that VC firm,
this one.
that guy paid me $700 for like 30 minutes. And
Oh, you paid the VC
And then I
firm.
paid him, and then I built rapport with him. He gave me his personal phone number.
Right.
And then he's like, "Hey, come out to LA." I'm like, "All right, cool." And it's like now you just paid him. So
Another thing with the personal phone number, a good follow-up strat I've seen is sending people money. Like you send them $1 every single time through Apple Pay,
That's actually smart.
and then you get responses.
Literally,
responses like that.
the Christian marriage offer I'm working on, I paid $250 to book a call with him. I've made 6 figures from his offer.
Oh, so you got him through the money thing.
Yeah, literally.
Interesting. So Omar, take those and fucking smash it. All right. But I think Lucas also requested Omar, but appreciate you. Seth is also in here. And yeah, peace out, Omar. Great chatting, my guy. But if there's anybody else in here that wants to talk, then let's oh, wow. Seth is already here. Holy shit. No. Are you Lucas?
Yeah.
My bad. That was fast.
I am.
What's good, Lucas? How you doing? Where you from, bro?
Good. I'm from Sweden, but I live in Thailand.
Oh, but you're in Thailand now. Okay, thank God, not an Indian.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So, how you doing? How old are you, by the way, bro?
Really good, actually.
Really good.
I'm
Nice.
18.
18 in Thailand. Good for you, bro. You kind of took the same path.
Yeah.
I went to Thailand first. That was like my first country as well. So awesome. Are you in Chiang Mai or Bangkok?
Yeah, I'm in right now I'm in Krabi, but I live in Bangkok.
Krabi oh no, Krabi's the island. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like Phuket. If you go to Phuket, you could like Phuket a lot of girls, you know? That's how it works. So
Yeah.
head over to Phuket. Wait, you're 18. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. All right. Anyway, bro.
Real.
Yeah, for real. So I guess, wait, how much of my content have you watched?
Quite a lot. Like your courses, when you first came out with those big courses, like 6-hour courses, 2-hour courses, I watched pretty much all of them.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
yeah.
And guys, if you want to watch it, go check it out on the YouTube. A lot of good info sauce in there. Anyway, bro, so what's your question? Don't ask about outreach. I'm sorry. But the other guy already asked about it. So ask about something else in terms of like marketing, operating. Like ask also something. Actually, no, ask what you want, but like not about outreach. Go for it.
Yeah, I guess like warm audience, like when it comes to like personal branding and stuff like that, like, you know, YouTube, what's your go-to for that? Like when it comes to content, like what type of content should I be posting?
Hold on. What do you mean? Like content that you should be posting or content that,
Like content to attract more clients type shit.
dude, that's still outreach, bro.
acquisition.
Yeah, it's still client acquisition. Not about client acquisition. Like about fulfillment, about like marketing, about sales, about like actually launching for these people, or just like about info marketing to get them solve results and make a lot of money for people that are coaches.
Let me see if I can get something out of my head.
What are you doing right now? Like just like let's diagnose what he has going on.
Yeah, hell yeah. What are you doing right now?
I don't know. I run a clipping agency.
Okay. Okay. So what niche are you clipping for? Creators?
So right now I'm working with businesses for the most part. So I just finished a company called PagePilot, like an e-com company.
Okay.
And I worked with like probiotics company,
Oh.
and a few like news standards and stuff like that.
Interesting.
So I'm kind of when it comes to niches.
Interesting. Fair enough. Dude, this is mostly about info coaching. Fuck.
Yeah, I just joined really. Like I just.
No, you're good, bro. I appreciate you coming in. I didn't need, you didn't need to say something or anything specific.
Yeah.
Okay, then, you know what, bro? Ask what you want. Go for it.
Yeah, so I guess that with the content, like what type of content should I be posting to attract as many clients as possible? Like,
You need to help them calculate the ROI. You need to help them calculate the ROI of clipping. I can just throw it.
Sure.
You need to help them calculate.
Tie it to like a principle that you can use instead of marketing and sales, especially in like info coaching.
Okay. A principle for that. So whenever you are selling anything online, whether that be products, software, or information, you need to help people clearly calculate the ROI of what they're getting versus what they're paying. And so for you, you're selling distribution. That's the fundamental of what you're selling. You're selling eyeballs. So you have to basically handhold them and help them see the numbers of that, right? And why it's almost a no-brainer to work with you. And so for a more practical example for you in your situation, it's like, all right, if you're an e-com brand and you get X amount of views, right? And then you have X amount of conversion rate, then if you get this many views, then you can easily do that math in their head of how much they would make from that.
100%.
And then you can even be more pessimistic with the numbers and say, let's just say we divide that number by half, or, split it more. You make bare minimum this much money if you do this X, Y, and Z. We do it all for you.
Yeah.
Right. That applies to literally everything. Info, agency services, products. Right. You want to make the value stacked so much in their favor that they feel like they're stealing from you pretty much.
Did you watch Nick Cosman?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nick Cosman?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's where that comes, or that's where at least I got that from. Wait, I want to say one thing about that as well. It's like definitely tie that in terms of like ROI validation and the exact number that they're going to return. But also, especially if you're going to articulate that in a content environment, emotions are what to hit on the hook, because explaining it with a logical element is definitely there, I would say, on like the further part of the sales process. Let's say like when you're going to send them a sales asset, but like if you want to create content for these people, figure out some way to hook them in with something more emotional. And then if you want to make a content piece that hits more, I would say, bottom of funnel, then you can definitely hit that logical element afterwards. So like some sort of hook would look like, you're losing all of your money because you have no views. And then you go into like, because if you don't have views, then blank, blank, blank. And like you could do some sort of ROI articulation. Obviously a fucking terrible example because I'm just doing it live and I have no script. But you get the principle, right? Hitting the emotion first and then heading over to the logic of exactly what Dillon explained. Hope that helps out, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Also, when it comes to courses and stuff like that, you make these long courses. I did 2 of those courses.
Oh, wow.
To keep people just engaged and actually watching the full video.
Yeah.
How do you go about that?
Interesting. This goes into retention speaking. Mm-hmm. For that, I think Dillon has some insights too. I'll speak on this and I'll pass off to Dillon, and maybe even Drake, you have some insights. But I think about retention like macro, media, micro, in sense of like, okay, there's a macro open loop in terms of like, okay, there's an intro. Mm-hmm. Then you say like, here, what are the plans? Even this podcast for people that watch, and like, if you guys are coaches or if you guys are operators or if you guys are like anyone that wants to create content, this is all for you, because it's like hugely important. Retention in this day and age, retention is so scarce. It's like very, very important. So this is like, I think why you guys should watch this. But anyway, speaking specifically about like how to do it tactically, going about it from like the macro open loop. Even like in the beginning of this podcast, Lucas, and even in the beginning of this live, I talked about like, hey, this is what we're talking about, this is what we're doing. Like I made that macro open loop, right? Even though people may have joined in between. And then in the media micro loops, like every single, I would say, even like the beginning of like this section of like what I spoke, right? I talked about like why it's important and why they should listen. That causes people to retain through the entire thing because they believe that it is important and in their benefit to learn. And then I would say the micro open loop is like per sentence that I'm speaking. So for instance, this is an example. Like you see how I pause there and now you're like wondering what I'm going to say next because that's an open loop. And so when there's that open loop, now like you get to retain them in like these micro even sentences, to the point where like people just cannot stop listening to you. But that's really what I would say for retaining those audiences if you want to make those longer courses. Yeah. But Dillon, any points to that?
So Tim covered a lot of the main points. Like, yes, you have to open loop people. The mind doesn't like unfinished and unsolved things. And so when you make a promise in the beginning, it's all the same thing when it comes to like writing copy and like writing things for retention.
It's all tiresome.
It's all the same thing. It's like you need to hook someone in. So it's like, all right, what promise are you? What outcome are you promising them by watching your piece of content, right? It's like, what's the reason I should keep watching this? And then from there, like, you need to do your open loops. And I would say that...
Any other thing from like the direct response space you could bring in?
So like it's really similar, right? I'll just say like it's going to be your open loops, keeping people engaged. It's going to be making a lot of micro promises and then not fulfilling on them. So it's like, if you want to be honest, it's like, and like, man, if you just keep watching for the next 2 seconds, I'm going to show you everything about direct marketing. But first, and it's like you do that stuff like that. 100%. Yeah. So it's making a lot of those micro promises and then not fulfilling on them, and then then you fulfill on one, and then you give them another micro promise, and you just do that all the way until it's time to close them. Right. I would just watch movies. I would pay attention to I would read books on like movies and film and see like how do they do storytelling, and read fantasy books and read like nonfiction books. They'll show you how to like hook people at the end of chapters and then bring them back and answer the questions later. So that's just like my 2 cents on it.
100%. Jake, you have any points to that?
Making those micro promises during the entire video.
Yeah, like you have to like make micro
Put the mic on the speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, if he says anything. No, but go for it. Continue.
But so I would just say, make those micro promises. Understand that you cannot give away everything. You have to hold things back and make promises of the future to make people hungry and make the gap of what they want. And that's really it. But I'm gonna pass it to Drake right now.
Yeah, gotcha. I appreciate it.
Yeah, what's good, bro? So they hit a lot on like the loops, keeping people engaged with like the actual structure of the content, essentially just edging the market and never fully giving them what.
Why do you have so many sexual innuendos in this, bro?
He's a marriage lawyer, man.
Yeah, bro, that's what got us about.
What I'd say is like they've already covered a lot of like the structural parts. I'd say really just understanding who you're trying to keep engaged. Yeah. So that's what you'll build the loops around. Understanding their desires, what's holding them back, where they want to go, and that goes into like the promises that you start with a big loop in the beginning, like Tim was saying. It's really like what do they want the most, and that's what the big loop is. And then the smaller loops can be like essentially like the smaller things that they want to actually fulfill, like the smaller things they have to achieve to actually get the result from the big loop.
Yeah,
that's what the smaller loops would be in the structure of a longer form video that you want to keep people engaged on. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents, bro.
Yeah, always the principles.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You hit the principle underneath that. You know what I mean? So really good work. All right, but I think pretty much that's it. We got someone saying Tim Yoon gives sauce. Oh, Justin's here. Did Justin leave? Oh, unfortunate. All right, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Those are some solid questions, and good chatting with you, Lucas. Have fun and good luck. I think I've actually seen your IG and like your clipping shit. So continue with it, bro. All right. I'll see you in touch. Or I'll keep watching it. All right, guys. Peace.